Hi there. If you don't know me, my name is Ben. I'm the owner and founder of EasyMo Media, a digital marketing agency that is specifically tailored to solar companies. So I'm an electrician myself for 15 years. I've worked in the solar industry and now I help solar EPC companies, primarily residential but commercial as well. EPC companies and general solar companies generate massive ROI from their marketing efforts. So today I've got a really quick story to tell you about the worst thing for a solar company to do in 2025. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, this is the worst thing for a solar company to do in 2025. So, back in November in 2023, I spoke with a solar company in Texas. I spoke with the owner, and he said that the company roughly generated around $80,000 per month in monthly revenue. So that's a few jobs a month, right? Paid 100% closed. So about 80,000 in November 2023. Their goal for 2024, so the next 16 months roughly, next 14 months was to be at around $250,000 a month, actually to break that figure by the end of 2024. So I called them up in February 2025 to see how they got on and see how they performed 16 months later. They were sitting around $85,000 a month in revenue. So they'd increased by $5,000 over the last 16 months. So basically nothing. They're stagnant. But all their competitors were growing. In Texas, the solar industry, specifically the residential installation industry, grew by about 14%, depending on what sources you take, but around 14%. So why were they only getting an extra $5,000 per month when the general solar industry was increasing at a 14% rate? To be honest, they did nothing. They sat around, they sat on their hands, and they just expected things to grow and improve, which it didn't. But their competitors, their smart competitors, were investing in things like SEO. They were investing in their brand online, and they took advantage of this 14% growth and generating significantly more revenue in the last 16 months compared to these guys. So like by sitting around and did nothing, they basically just handed their competitors all this revenue, all these closed jobs because they did nothing and got nowhere. They're nowhere near closer to reaching their goal of a $250,000 every month in revenue because they hesitated. They sat around, they invested in nothing, their competitors took advantage of that, and they grew as the market grew. So, the worst thing a solar company can do in 2025, in my opinion, after speaking to 558 solar companies, I believe it is now, is to do nothing. Doesn't matter what you do, as long as it's drawing revenue and it's drawing, making you money, making you ROI, that's fantastic. It just needs to be long term. It needs to be sustainable. Because if you're relying on referrals, if you're running ads, one day that will stop. The ads will become more expensive. The referrals will dry up. You see the peaks and valleys in sales processes in your company, I bet. So to sit around and do nothing and not invest anything long-term sustainable growth, you're basically giving your competitors a 14% jump year over year in their revenue. So if you want to solve this, you need to start looking at investment. You need to start looking at investing in the right things that are going to generate your company real results, real book jobs, year over year over year. You look at things like SEO. Social does work as well. You can do ads as well, but you got to think long term. If your solar company is going to exist for the next 12 months and isn't going to go under, which I hope it's not, then you need to think long term. Stop thinking short term. Stop buying those shit lead list ads that every other company in your area has already reached out to. If you're sick and tired of it, you need to invest in what's going to generate real long-term results. So that's my story. I hope you guys are having a better last 16 months than this company from Texas because yeah, going from 80 to $85,000 a month in revenue when you really wanted to hit $250,000 a month in revenue is not good to see. I hope you're not going through it, but if you are, I wish you all the best. Thank you.